welcome once again to Trainers Tips. I'm John Kennard, editor of trainingzone.co.uk, and today we're going to be talking about 5 easy ways to excite learners. First of all, blend it. Variety is the spice of life when it comes to learning. There are multiple studies that prove the theory that your learners will be much more engaged if you use a few different learning methods in your training sessions. There may be doubt around the idea of learning styles, but there can be no doubt that a classroom training session works better if you add in a social learning exercise or two, and some click next to learning can certainly be spiced up with a Twitter chat. So when you organise your next training session, make sure delegates aren't just sitting there listening to you. Blending it makes them come alive. Next up, use pop culture references. New information can be much better embedded in the mind, retained and recalled if the learner can relate it to their own life and experience. This is why case studies are often used, and is similar to a principle which method actors such as Marlon Brando and Robert De Niro use to immerse themselves in their experience. At the end of the day, it's all about the E words: excitement and engagement. Framing your learning experience around a relatable incident such as a TV programme or news story could make your learning stick with delegates forever. Next, act on previous feedback. Delegates aren't the only ones who benefit from listening. The most successful training sessions meet the needs of the delegates attending, and while they may not know everything they need, they will have given feedback before the session, if you did a thorough training needs analysis. Design training sessions not just with the learners in mind, but also with some collaboration from them using their feedback. It's crucial for getting that all-important ROI. No training session is perfect, so all sessions need to be treated on an iterative principle. The feedback, modify, deliver cycle is the path to perfection. Next, challenge assumptions. There are few things more memorable than challenging the status quo. It's very easy to accept an embedded industry line of thinking without recourse to discovering whether it still holds true or not. Think about the talks that stuck with you most in your mind. There are always ones where someone did something, said something, invoked an audience reaction that was totally different to usual. These speakers and practitioners came to this unique moment by rejecting the norm and saying something they knew would be against the grain. Are you afraid to stand out? Don't be. This is how you make your mark and become memorable. Finally, make them laugh. We all love to laugh, don't we? Humans' most memorable experiences are the ones with the deepest emotion attached, and laughter is one of these. So why should this joyous experience be confined to our personal life? I'm not saying stuff your training sessions full of one-liners at the expense of useful content, but if you can make a point with a bit of humour, then your audiences will remember what you said and what they learned. I'm John Kennard, and this was Trainers Tips. See you next time.